Hey, greetings everyone. Um, I wonder if I can. I wonder how's the quality of my voice on this. I did some settings changes last night. If you missed last night's video, I was kind of tired. It was the end of the day, and I was I don't want to say fighting or struggling, but there were some challenges in setting up the Wyze security camera as a webcam, and a lot of the YouTube videos on how to do it is they make it sound very easy, and it is very easy. But when you have all the pieces working, um, the biggest challenge for me was finding a micro SD card that was compatible with the camera, because not all micro SD cards are created equally. They have different advancements, I suppose. They have different classes. They have class 1, class 2. And so most people were using a class 10 32 gig micro SD card to flash the firmware on their camera. I don't have any of that, so I had to go through different cards until I found a class 6 8 gig card that was compatible. So I was able to get one of those Wyze cameras as a webcam. So it took a while, and I went through different YouTube videos, and that tired me out. And then getting the software to work so it could go live broadcast was not easy either, because the webcam is a very pure bones camera. So it's compatible to like popular software, Skype, Zoom, things like that. But if you want to use it in your own setup, such as StreamYard, things like that, then it's up to you to figure it out. And so that's what I was doing. So so I noticed I yawned a few times on the video, and was very tired, so now you know why. But I wanted to go live last night because yesterday during the day I said I may do a second part, and I didn't want to leave people hanging. Let's see, today I have I'm getting started with the 3D printing. It's been a slow morning. We had no internet for a while, and so I have a printer going on, printing a freebie right now. I'm about to pick up where I left off on an order on these pivot tables and examination tables, and I was thinking, that might make a good video to show what goes on to making one of these things, putting them together for an order. There's a lot of small parts, and so this type of thing keeps me very busy. So for everyone to know, this is the basic frame, half of it, for the examination table. I have the second one completed yesterday, so I'm going to continue with the rest of the parts. At the same time, that webcam thing is still on my mind. So if anyone wants to ask questions on it, like how much they cost and what to expect, just shoot me a comment. Also, the VSS, I haven't touched it in about haven't touched it yesterday, so I'm going to try to get back to it today. But I need to get things going with the other printers. So if you're just if you don't know, I got one of these Wyze security cameras, and I've been trying to convert it into a webcam. I was able to successfully do that yesterday. So the other thing is, I got to figure out how I'm going to get the camera like right over here on a tripod and focused on these printers. Another issue that came up last night was that the quality of the the image was not very good. It could be a number of reasons. One, it could have been that as I was trying to reset and convert the camera, I could have pressed my hand against the lens, so I'll probably have like, handprint on it. The other thing too is low light. It was at night. I only had 2 lights on. That's the maximum in this room, really. And so it could have been a low light feature or issue, because as a security camera, these things work great in pitch black. It has 4 infrared emitters, and so the camera does work in pitch black. But when you switch it to a webcam, it's pure bones. There's no fancy features at all. It's just a camera, and so features like low light infrared type stuff, non-existent. So it could have been a low light issue. So I think maybe before this video ends, I may do a test to see how that camera works during natural light. I have the windows open, and so with that said, let's get things started. I got my DioWarriors shirt, so I feel really good. So it's an exciting episode today. Let's see what goes on. So let's get started. Computer, turn on Mini Select 2. I should increase the volume so people can hear it. Computer, set volume to 5. Okay. Computer, turn on VSS.
Okay.
I have to get the thrusters back on there. I was working with the last thing I printed. I'm not going to pull it to the camera, but this frame thing that goes all around, I spent a little bit more than 7 hours printing that thing, and it's a little bit too large. So I have to make a modification and reprint it. Hopefully it won't take 7 hours again. It's also a little bit too tall, so I have to reduce the size. And so before I continue with the rest, this part extending the engine room, I really need to get this stuff working well, because I have these 3D printed beams in the middle that is critical for strength on the next floor extension. And so instead of putting the floor on there and having a few things hold it, putting a lot of strain, I really want to get the first part of the engine room floor prepared. So hopefully today I'll do that. Maybe I can get the Wyze camera and set it up over here. I do have a tripod. I do have a thing that I can mount with it. In fact, I can get it over. I could get the camera here so y'all can see. It's this one here, and I'll get these little parts going. I think I might actually do that now. Mostly because I'm kind of getting into the mood. So let me unplug this. And this is a 6-foot cable. I am going to change it to a 15-foot, so that way it doesn't stretch and I don't have to walk over the cable. Maybe just have a little bit on this. Let's see. I know the tripod is not centered yet. I guess I can just extend it all out. There are so many things to do with camera stuff these days. No, I didn't 3D print his tank. I do have a version of his tank that I'm kind of working on. Um, Especially with the last episode of Mandalorian, they had a vehicle in there that I liked. So if you haven't seen it, I'm trying not to spoil anything. But there was a vehicle that I saw in there, and I kind of liked it, and I thought it'd be nice to see if I can do my own version and 3D print it. I know a lot of people are printing things like uh, combat SUVs. I don't know what they're called, MRAPs or something. Um, but so a lot of people are printing those. Joy Toy came out with their own combat vehicle, and I've seen some pictures of it, and it looks pretty good. It looks pretty big as well. And I just get worried about, in terms of combat situation, does the size make it into a nice target? Don't know, but anyways, instead of 3D printing something like that, I was thinking of just doing something a little bit more unique. And so that episode of Mandalorian kind of got me thinking on a different way. And I'm thinking about that Toyota moon rover that was revealed a few years ago. Looks like a sporty moon rover. And I know since then there's been a couple of other modern concepts of like a Mars rover that looks like a big self-contained vehicle. So I'm leaning towards that. So I'm thinking once I get the VSS stuff under control and I have more things going, more things completed, I'm thinking, it'd be nice to use these printers and some other ones to print something larger, like a vehicle larger than his tank, larger than an SUV. So anyway, I got this set up here. I printed this a few days ago. Very very quickly done. I did it online. I designed this thing in a live broadcast, and then went ahead and printed it. It took like an hour, 2 hours, something like that, to finally print. So here's the result. And as you can see, I printed straight like this. So there's like no real support structure, and it's fairly clean. There's a few items, but it's nothing like a messy print. So it came out pretty good, and it fits very tight, very very close. So I wouldn't say it's either perfect or near perfection. However, it is a bit low. I should have thought a little bit more and raised this part up a little bit more, because I took the measurements of the height of this thing, of how deep this cavity is, this compartment is. So I made it by mistake exactly that height. So fortunately, Wyze gives these little washers, and they come with two-sided tape. So what I'm thinking of doing is just cutting the tape a little bit and putting the washer on it, using the thickness of the tape to kind of as raise the washer up a little bit. So with that said, I am going to need my knife, or let me go get a knife. Be right back. Okay, got a knife. It's one of those with a scissor thing. So let's see. I'm just going to eyeball everything. podcast. Yeah, I'm just going to eyeball it. It's not going to be perfect or anything like that. I need to laser cut this. You know, you do too much laser cutting when you start thinking like, oh, I can laser cut this thing. It's just a bit of tape. I can laser cut it. Just okay. I'm gonna cut straight in half. That's good enough. Just tear this off. Tear this off. No, I'm not going to alcohol the bottom of it. I'm just going to stick this right on. So something like this. Then I'm going to move the top part. Something like this. Then I'm just going to stick this thing right on. Of course, it's got to be a little crooked. Something like that. It's interesting that the people at Wyze, laser cut, laser etched their logo on a piece of metal. So that's how it is. It's just a magnet that attaches. So let's see how this fits in. Okay. So far it looks good. Yay, now I got a camera on here. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so it's gonna move around with enough force. So there's I guess if the USB cable is too restrictive, it can shift the whole thing around, that kind of thing. So, but I'm not going to worry about that. If I need to do anything more, I'll just 3D print some sort of container to kind of keep everything in place. When there's a will, there's a way. So I'll make it work. I put this in my pocket. Okay, let's see. I have a 15-foot cable right here. Okay, now where do I want to plug this in? Do I want to plug it in? Do I want to plug it in here? I could plug it in here. I got one of these drawers on this desk that is made for the keyboard, but it's too low, so I keep the keyboard on the desk, and I keep this drawer as a junk drawer. Well, as an everything drawer. It's not really junk. Of course, never is. But I have one of these USB hubs with switches. So the idea is I can put different USB devices, and turn them on. So I'm thinking that might be a good thing to put the cameras. To have more than one, as I want to do at least two. So that way I can just turn on and off, as I need, very conveniently. So I just wonder about bandwidth, because these are, what is it, 1040p video. That's what the camera is capable of. Sound and things. It's going to go through a USB-C cable, which will handle it. But the switch itself, I think it's standard USB. I don't know the speeds for it. But I guess if I have problems, all I can do is just change it to something faster. So let me go ahead and put the cable here. Let me go ahead and plug it in. I guess I'll plug it in at the back of it. Nah, I'll plug it in towards the. Oh, it's a USB 2. Yeah. I guess I'll remove USB devices I have there right now, and I'll plug this thing into the slots. So now I can close this drawer. Close this drawer, stayed closed. Have this 15-foot cable loop around. Ugh. Come on. I'm just feeding this 15-foot USB cable under the desk. It's got like a bar that goes over. Knocking everything down. Well, let's see. I can remove this cable now. So here's the older 6-foot cable. Put that aside. Okay, here's the 15-footer. Okay. This is going to be interesting. Watch, I'm just going to kick it one day. Now, this might be an interesting thing. The cable itself is heavy. It's going to pull the camera. So maybe I can 3D print some sort of thing. I need a binder clip. I think I have some big binder clips. Let me go get some. And I kind of push them aside. Okay, let's see if this will work. Oh yeah, I think it will. So that way I can but, there's still got to be a better way to to control, I guess you could say, the tension of the cable. I need to extend this. How do I extend this up? Oh, right here. Oh, so that's yeah. What I might do is make some sort of thing to keep the camera in position. I guess I'm going to try to keep it closed like this. So let's try this. And let's see if I tilt this. Let's try this. So let's put this back on. Huh? Yeah, like that. Okay, what's the next thing I need to do? I think I need to load up OBS software. No, I think I need to turn the power on. Okay, power's on. Okay. Yeah. It blinks kind of like a lavender blue color. And let's see now. I think I need to load up OBS software. And so let's see, got this thing going. Yeah. Okay, there it goes. It does work. Okay, let me see what I can do to share this so everyone can see what I'm doing. Let's see. I go to Tools. I say Virtual Cam, OBS Camera. Okay, Start. Okay, so now I have a virtual camera going. Minimize. Then I go to StreamYard again, which is the software that's streaming this over here, and I connect again as myself into Broadcast Studio, and then I choose the camera. It's doing the camera again. So then I choose cam and mic. Say camera, OBS camera. Hey, look at that. Okay, then I close this. I hope there's no conflict with the audio. So okay, so that's there. I go to into Broadcast Studio, and I join the stream, add the stream. Ah, look at that. So it is a lot better quality than yesterday. But I still got to figure out why it's not crystal clear. Not like this one. This of course, this camera is optimized for stuff like this, and the other one is not. The other one is a security camera, but still, maybe that is the best that camera can do. I don't know, but it should be good enough for monitoring, a print. And so I guess it's still a good idea to have a second high resolution camera for those times when you need something high resolution, such as a figure review or something like that. So with that said, yeah, something like this. Okay, so that forces me to think, what can I do with these printers then? Let's see. Let me go back to OBS Studio and let me expand that full screen. Okay, I can minimize this. Okay. Um, no, I guess there's a little bit of reflection in the background. TV in the back. Okay. Suddenly I'm getting hungry. Okay, so moving this stuff out of the way. His take. I love his takes. I don't know if he's in the very same age. Let's see. So anyway, what do I need to print? There's things I need to print for the VSS. Let's see. Oh, now I wish I had the other camera set up. Just the monitor will go along with the VSS, but this is going to be more exciting. Um, what's that? It's echoing? Is it from speaker? Is it echoing now? Echo, echo, test, test, test. Maybe it's echoing from the other camera. Let's see. I guess this one will go mute. Mic is muted. Go back to the first. So I don't know why there is some flickering going on with the camera. Did it freeze? It may have froze. Let me yeah, I think it froze. Virtual cam. Not really. I would have to log in second. I would have to log in secondly. You know, I would have to log in as a second account. So let's go stop. Try 13. Start. Did the camera completely freeze? Yeah, I think so. So let me turn off OBS. And let me. Maybe it's nothing to do with StreamYard. Let me Oh, I can move things around. So let me see about starting OBS again. Just waiting. Okay, here comes. Go tools. Oh, but we go tools, virtual cam, start. Maybe I need to plug it in. Properties. Well, I don't know. See, this is why I say it becomes a challenge, because to get it working, you just got to figure it out on your own. Well, it is working there. Power off, right? And power on. Okay. The cam is on. There was a flicker. OBS still, I don't know. Turn on the light.
On the right.
Yeah, I know. I was able to drag myself.
You can?
So yeah, figure it out. Thanks. Okay, so I don't know. This is where things get a little iffy, because how does this work? Say intermission. Does that show up? Yeah. So everything on OBS showing up like that. What is scene 2? Nothing. Intermission. Back. Primary scene. Okay. How do I do this? I don't know. Oh, wait. Virtual cam is running. Well, let me try starting it over again. So close. Let me try StreamYard over again as well. So leave studio. Close that. So yeah, so this is what goes on in DioWarriors, troubleshooting. You're seeing it all raw, so this is unedited. The ugly side of doing things, backstage. Okay, so let me start OBS again. Actually, let me power down the camera. Okay, so the camera is off. Starting the software. Okay, software is up. Actually, let me close it again. Let me power on the cam. Okay, the camera is blinking good. Load up the software. Okay, we got something back. Starting the virtual cam at 13 frames per second. Maybe that's going to be enough. Don't know. I had it on 15. It worked 15 pretty well last night. Minimize. Okay, so now I'll go to StreamYard. Log in again. Enter Broadcast Studio. Choose which camera. OBS camera. Audio, I'm going to say go ahead and mute. Well, I don't want to mute that one. So I'm just going to exit out, say mute, and enter Broadcast Studio. Okay. And now I'm going to add to stream. Go back to my primary browser window. Okay, so okay. Yeah, when it flickers like that, it's the frame rate is too high. Let me go back and lower the frame rate. Virtual cam. So looks like I gotta go stop. Go to 10. Start. Minimize. Okay, it's blinking again. Put my hand. I don't know. So this is where it's all about. Mic is muted. Okay. Stop the cam. I think I'm going to go back to 15 per second, frames per second. Tools, virtual cam, and stop. 15, start. Minimize. Okay. Let's see. Let's try something. Computer, turn on 3D printer 1.
Okay.
Computer, turn on 3D printer 2. Oh.
Okay.
I physically turned them off yesterday. Maybe the cam did freeze. Yeah. I think the cam did freeze. So let's try it again. Let me remove. And let me leave studio. Let me go to OBS. Virtual cam, let me stop it. Let's see if I power off here, would that affect? Let me try it again. Yeah. Starting the software again. Okay. Start the virtual cam. Start StreamYard again. Enter Broadcast Studio. Let's see. OBS camera, yes. Okay. I'm going to mute the camera from that. And enter Broadcast Studio. and add to stream. Hey, good. But you know what it could be too? It could be that the USB is being USB 2. It's not updating quick enough, and it's going to cause a problem. It could be the thing. Settings. Yeah. Okay, let me try this. Let me stop it. Leave Studio. Close down StreamYard. Go to OBS. Tools, Virtual Cam. Stop. Close the software. Turn that off. Okay. So what I'm going to do then is just move this to the USB 3 hub. Let's see, where's that cable? Is it this one? Okay, so now I really need cables that are color coded. I've got so many cables in black, I don't know what is what. Okay, let me squeeze on here. Let me try it again. Okay, so I turn on the power to that USB. That tells the camera. Okay, it's blinking. Good. Then I go to OBS, start the software. Okay, which is good. Now I go to Tools, Virtual Cam, Start. Minimize. Get into StreamYard. Again. Enter Broadcast Studio. Okay, choose the camera. Say OBS camera. There it is. Then I mute the mic. Enter Broadcast Studio. Add to stream. There it is. Okay, so I hope it's not locked up. Yeah, there's background movement in the background. So I'm going to do leveling right now. There is some freezing. Well, that's good enough for cam at the moment, I guess. But yeah, it will be better with a better camera. So yeah, it is a fisheye lens. So this was an experiment at doing an inexpensive webcam, and I suppose it can work, you know, for certain projects like outdoor webcam. But doing a webcam for up close stuff is probably not going to be the way to do. This is 15 frames per second. I can try to up the frames and see how that goes. It will make things smoother, that's for sure. I need to I need to do the leveling for the other printer as well. Yeah, I really need to work on this area. Let me try here. So I got the second printer is going on. I don't know why there's some flickering, some flashes on my my Logitech cam. Okay, so now let's try this, that. Well, that does that. Okay. Let's see. This one's done. So move out, go print. Floor B. I don't know what to print. Let's see. Um, well, I know what I can print. I need to print. Okay, let me go ahead and look for that particular file. I know what I need to print. Yeah, I don't know why there's flash flickering right now. I just accessing hard drive, so maybe OBS is writing to the hard drive at the same time. Themes, VSS, assembly plans. I don't. Let's see. I am going to have to change filament soon. I think I have enough filament for a small project, I think. So let's try it. Let's go to here. Let's go to engine. Well, one thing I know, I do need to. So now I'm thinking, there is something I need to print, but I need to design it. Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. Go to STL. It's a part for the thrusters. What is it called though? That's the thing. Um, so while that does that, I'm going to also start this printer. Loaded up software. Okay, I am getting close to. Oh, come on, software. It's just taking its time. Okay. It's a thruster beam of some sort. Okay. Let me see. What is it called? Okay. Take a look at the thumbnails. Uh, thruster box beam 2-1. Okay, so I don't have it on here. I'll have to beam 2-1. That's what I gotta do. Beam 2-1. STL. Uh, Side beam. I am loading up a file. So that one's printing. Let me make a quick adjustment. Okay, I think this one's going to be okay. Okay, yeah, this is not the file I'm looking for. Side beam thruster. Hmm. I am looking. It's acting like it's printing too close. Yeah, it's printing like it's too close. Uh, and of course, this is not the file I'm looking for. So, side beam rail. No, maybe I need to make the G code again. Well, no problem. I'll go ahead and make it again. Let's see. Go back to the file, load up the software, and so yeah. So these are issues with 3D printing sometimes, especially with these printers. Sometimes they lose their settings sometimes about leveling, and they end up printing extremely close to the mill plane. Okay, software loaded. Now I need to load up the right beam. Okay, so I can go ahead and I can start printing this one. Yeah, save as. STL. And the box being 2-1 STL. Save. Okay, close this. Close the software too. Go to the STL directory. And here's this. Oh, yeah, this is not the right one. Okay, yeah, it was taking all this time to load up another. But this is not the right one. New project. So now let's take a look at the one I just saved. Okay, thruster box. Okay. Um, so I guess let's see. Let me go ahead and I guess it's safe. I didn't share the image, the screen, because I didn't want to overload what the StreamYard is doing and things. But I think the camera hasn't froze up since plugging it into the USB 3 port. So lessons learned at the moment is don't use the USB 2, you use USB 3 for this, for that webcam. Okay, so share screen. Application window, I want to share Cura. Hide this. And let's move this to the side. Okay, so an hour in and we're getting started. Really sorry about that. But this is all unscripted, and let me just, this is like what really goes on. Okay, 90 degrees. Let's move it around about here. Let's begin to take a look at the. I don't want it to take too long in printing, so 7.5. This one could be a little bit more shallow, not too thick, not too heavy. 15% infill. Don't print with a raft, print with a skirt. Slice. Okay, so an hour, 29 minutes. Let's take a quick view. Yeah, so this is how it's going to go. It's going to print up like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save this. Let me get the right path. Copy. I'll save as. And save the G code to file. Okay. Then I can close this. Okay. Now I'm going to change the name from thruster box beam. We're just going to say T-box. Delete. Okay. Enter. Now get this. Put it on the card. Enter. Okay, now I'm going to drag and drop, copy here, close this. Okay, so now take this, plug it into this. Key box beam 2-1, and go for it. Okay, the printer is warming up. So in terms of the camera, this one, I'm going to be making a dedicated video just on how to uh, change the firmware and convert the security camera into a webcam. And I'm going to highlight how I did it, and because a lot of the other websites out there, or the other videos out there on YouTube, talk about this. It They do a good job in showing how to get it done, you know, textbook way. Follow these steps and it will work, and that's true. It will. I think, in my experience, and following the comments on many of these videos, a lot of people experience the same problems that I experienced. So I guess my video will be how to overcome those and how to get it going through the software. Okay, I'm going to increase the heat. And this kind of bothers me. Okay, good. Checking to see how well it adheres. So let's see. Change the views to this. No, that crops too much off. Okay. This is a strange experience, but yeah, this is what we go through. Okay, so um, back to the orders. Okay, so I have uh, a frame done. second frame done. I'm going to start another. Okay. Computer, turn on mini select 3.
Okay.
So put that here. Stand and best ports. Well, let's see. I think I need to locate a particular file. I think I need to format this micro SD card. XD card. Yeah, I am getting a little bit hungry, so this was an interesting experience with getting things to work. Interesting that uh, I'm just thinking right now. I am going. I am getting hungry, so I think I'm going to go get something to eat. So I'll terminate this broadcast here. I may continue as a part two, and when I come back, I think I'm going to let things run in terms of the other camera. I wish I could adjust the sizes of these windows. Can't really do that with StreamYard. I could do that with OBS. I'm not quite sure how to stream multiple to multiple places with OBS in the same way that I can do with StreamYard. So, but I do want to get back to normalcy and do the things with the printing. Uh, so, anyways, I need to let's take a look. Format properties. FAT32. I need to format this as FAT. USB drive. Format. Yeah, I want to do a full format. Make sure it's the right drive. Yes. So, yeah, this is not the normal video style, that kind of thing. And it does kind of tire me out, but so thought it would be interesting to see what it goes through to get these things to work. You never know if you want to do it yourself, and it's a lot of fun when things work. Of course, it's no fun getting them past struggles. But so anyway, let me. Okay, I got this. Now I need to load up. I need to find the okay, I need to find the examination table stuff because I want to keep things organized and. Correct. So I go to props, furniture, 1/18 scale. I look for beds. I look for. See, I'm trying to upgrade the examination tables to use stuff that what you call it, pivot table also uses. So examination tables, standard or pivot. Here's pegs. So I know I need to print pegs. So let me make a new folder. Pegs. And let me just copy these pegs to this card. Copy here. Copy here. And go back to examination tables. Choose pivot. Version 4C. STL. And let me go up one. Actually, 8mm. Copy here. And 8.5 just in case I need. Copy here. Go up. I don't want to go that far out. Make a new folder. So we call it. Let's call it pivot. PDL. It's because the pivot table has some good stuff that I think the examination table can benefit from. Copy here. Click on your side. Copy here. Foot stand. Copy here. Okay. And that is all I need right now for completing the standard examination table. So once this is printed, then this order is halfway done. So I'll take out the old card, the new one in. And refresh the read. Click. Take a paper. Clip underside. Okay, thanks. Well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and start that print. And but I'm going to go grab a bite to eat. And when I come back, I will continue. But hopefully, be a little bit more organized than because most of the video was setting up the camera and then fighting with the camera to stay connected and not to be frozen. So, but I think what I'll do is while I eat, I'm going to go ahead and have take advantage of this camera and view the print. How would I do this? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mute the cam and maybe stop the camera too. Oh, I don't know. First time I'm doing this, so we'll see how this goes. You know, maybe I won't do this ever again, but we'll see how this goes. Okay, let's see. Exits. Getting back. Okay, so I had lunch. Now I'm getting back into the mood, into the mode for all of this. So this is what I'm thinking. Um, these cams work well as a very basic cam. It has a fisheye lens. That's from the security cam aspect of it. So it's probably a decent camera for certain types of webcamming. Like if you want to do live stream, let's say for example a webcam of the outdoors, it's probably good for that, and it's probably good for other kinds of live streaming. But for a lot of the stuff that we do here, up close things, I think the camera needs to be more clear and needs to be more focused. Um, so I'm thinking probably the best bet would be to get a second uh, true webcam. Oh, but these a second true webcam, and even if I have to, set it up so I can just turn on and off, have it set up for reviews and certain things with the camera, certain things with the printers. But to do an overall view, for example, overall with the printer, these printers here, not being specific to this printer or that printer, or for example the shelvings of printers that I have on my left side. I got a bunch of printers there, and if I want to take an overall view of all the printers in action, then yeah, I can see these types of cameras being better for that. But going for specific objects being printed, then I think a more dedicated webcam would be better for it. So I think I'm going to get a second webcam for that kind of purpose. In the meantime, using a cam setup like this, we're probably still going to use, still going to do. Um, hmm. So how does this type of format uh, work for DioWarriors? I'm not quite sure yet. For these live views, these live streams, stuff like this, it's probably more of a hassle to set up, and so it probably will not be a good idea to do the cam, to use these kind of cams in this kind of way. It might be better to just be very specific. Have like a cam that's being live streamed directly to YouTube, for example. That might be better. So that might be my next little mini project, doing something like that. There's other things too. How would it be if I could get the camera closer to one particular printer? Maybe it'll be better. You're able to see more. So that's another thing too. I'm still going to experiment with. So if you're turned off a bit by a live stream like this, it's not a permanent thing. We're not going to use this format for all of the videos. It's once it's set up, it works. But to get to the setup, as you saw at the beginning, at the first hour, it has its own problems. So anyway, Um, and it's probably a bit more entertaining to see me working on the orders and stuff like that rather than waiting for the cams to get set up and everything. And then, it's a smaller image on the screen if I do this. That works for me right here, but it doesn't work for something like this. For these machines here. Um, it just crops too much. Uh, I just noticed something kind of weird. The fan on this one doesn't look like the fan is moving left and right, not at the same rate or the same speed as the rest of the box. It looks like the fan in the middle, like the box moves like this, and the fan kind of follows with a little lag. How can I do it? Yeah. So you got the fan right here in the middle. So you got the box, you got the fan, and the box moves like this. You know, there's this little lag. It's not the same. So that's kind of weird. Um, so they're still experimenting to do with this particular camera. And as a security camera, it works pretty good. As a webcam, oh, it's got its things. So I kind of want to end this video, but at the same time, it's kind of like a test. I'm trying to see how how well these cameras can be used for the stuff that we do. So I don't know. Maybe the wow. This is more of a big test, really. So let's do this. I wonder really what's the potential. So I'm waiting for print to get done. I got this print done for the examination table. Okay. Let's see. So almost all things done here. Okay, got this part on top. So I don't know. I'm not too happy on sharing the screen like this. Do I want to stop it right now? Well, it may be good for streaming just the direct webcam. I don't know. I may do something like that. Is there? Uh I'm just thinking. If I do a dedicated uh, webcam stream to YouTube, only to YouTube, I wonder about like background music. Let me do a quick search on YouTube. Yeah, it's definitely affecting the input. Uh, Let me try using OBS to stream to multiple places. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video, okay? And I'm going to start up another video, but this time I'm going to just use OBS. And let's see how that works. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is leave the studio. Okay. And I'm going to watch a YouTube video on how to stream to multiple devices, Facebook and Facebook um, and to YouTube, and let's see how that goes. And then let's see how it works with using OBS instead of StreamYard. Okay, here we go. And broadcast. Yes.